I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Kenny. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause y'all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are in the thick of conference tournament season. We got all the big conferences starting up today and tomorrow. So we got a lot to talk about. We got more NFL free agency news as well that's been going on. If you were in the stream yesterday, I said I really wanted Derrick Henry to go to the Ravens, and that came to fruition today. So shout out to Derrick Henry. That's pretty cool. I like that move for the Ravens. Dewan, what's up? If you're in the chat, say hello. We also got Patrick Queen to the Steelers, which is interesting. A lot of like guys going in division, I've noticed. Aaron Jones and Patrick Queen. Saquon Barkley, obviously. So, yeah, a lot of guys staying in division. But that's a good pickup for the Steelers. I mean, Patrick Queen is such a prototypical Steelers player, so no shock there. Calvin Ridley rumored to be wanted by the Patriots, but he still wants to stay in Jacksonville, apparently. I found that interesting because I thought it was kind of pretty consensus that he was going to like leave Jacksonville. And I mean, literally every mock draft has Brian Thomas going to the Jags at 17. So that's interesting. We got Joe Mixon traded to the Texans. I like that move for Cincy for a couple reasons, because Cincy waited until since he waited to release him yesterday, and a lot of teams had already picked up running backs, specifically like good teams that are in contention. So I'm glad that the Bengals did do Joe Mixon right by trading him to a good team, because you can say what you want about Joe Mixon if he's good or like if he's a good person or whatever, but he did stick through with the Bengals. He took a pay cut last year to stay with the team. So I think they did right by Joe Mixon to trade him to a good team. So good for the Bengals there. Obviously, Houston, it's a good move for him. Like, even if he's not as great as he was when he was younger, like it's still probably better than what they have. The Browns signed Jameis Winston to be a backup. If you know anything about me, I'm a massive Jameis Winston fan, so good to have him on the hometown team over here. I might have to get a Jameis Winston Browns jersey. Oh yeah, Austin Eckler to Washington. Saw that last night as well. Interesting move there. I still think Austin Eckler has a little juice. He had a bad year last year, but we'll see what he can do. Aaron Jones, like I said, stayed in division, went to the Vikings. Cowboys are drafting a running back. I'm not sure where, but yeah, I would assume Dallas will probably draft one. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Luvu, I think, was a good pickup, Nathan. I agree with that. He's a good player. No disagreement there. All right, so if we have any more NFL news come in, like while we're on here, I mean, we were kind of through the initial wave there. Still waiting to see what the Bears do, like with Fields, if they're going to keep him, trade him, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. So if we have any news come through while we're on here, we can react to that live. As far as tonight goes, there's one spot I really like today on the college basketball slate. So obviously, full card got sent out in the Discord. We have Notre Dame and a money line parlay. They started out really hot. Hopefully, they can finish that game out there. They're up 10 at half. Um, hopefully, they don't choke in the second half. But the spot I really like tonight, I'll go through all the games. We'll go through the games first and then get to the spot I really like. All right. Cincy plays West Virginia. That game's about to start. It was supposed to start at 3. I don't think it's started yet. I would lean Cincy here. Big number, and I've said it. I don't like to lay big numbers in the conference tournaments, especially like in the first round, but West Virginia is really bad. And I don't even think Cincy is really good, but they just beat West Virginia by like 50, and 2 of their best players were out, and I'm pretty sure those guys are playing today. So I like Cincy there. I'm not even betting it, but it's just I would take Cincy if I was looking for a play in that game. West Virginia is not good, and they kind of look like they gave up at the end of the season, which I don't like. Rhode Island, St. Louis. I would lean Rhode Island if I was looking for a play here. On the spread, probably I'd take the 2.5 there. Louisville, NC State. NC State should handle Louisville, but like I said, it's a big spread, 9.5. Vermont should handle New Hampshire pretty easily. Vermont is going to win this conference tournament once again. They have dominated it since John Becker became their coach, and they're going to win this tournament again and get into the NCAA tournament. Mount St. Mary's is playing Canisius. I did see Mount St. Mary's is going to be down one of their starters today, so I won't be touching this game. UMass Lowell, I had high hopes for them early season. They just had like an underwhelming season for what I thought they could do. I do think they'll beat Bryant today, but I'm not going to touch that. McNeese is like a lock and load. I'm fine laying the big spread with them. I've said it countless times on the stream the last 2 weeks. McNeese is going to win this conference tournament, and no one is on their level. So I'm fine with McNeese today. Miami, BC. This is a really interesting game. So everyone, Twitter's POD today. Literally every Twitter account that gives out picks is on Miami today. I like BC because I hate this Miami team. I don't think they're good. They were fraudulent last year, but they just relied on this just elite flame-throwing offense that they don't have this year. Their offense is a big step back from what they had last year, and they haven't been able to get away with how bad they are defensively because they don't have that offense that can just get microwave hot instantly. And they look like they gave up on the season. I mean, this is a lot of like big money was spent to bring these guys back to the team, the ones that were on the team last year. And they've lost, 6, 7 games in a row to close the season. They look like they've just given up. I will say, I haven't seen confirmation on if Nigel Pack is officially out. So I really like BC right now. If for whatever, I would be shocked if Nigel Pack plays, but if he does, that would change my opinion a little bit. So I like BC right now, but if we got news that Nigel Pack is in, that would make me reconsider my stance. But if you're playing Miami, Nigel Pack has to play. They have no chance of. I don't think they have any chance of winning if he's out. So I don't know. The line's moving towards them. We'll see what happens with Pack. But I need that Nigel Pack news before I like give an official take on this game. But I like BC right now. I hate this Miami team. Merrimack Wagner. This is the championship game of their conference. Extremely low total, 118.5. It's going to be a rock fight. I think Merrimack, I told you guys on the preview last week, I thought Merrimack was going to win this conference tournament. They won it last year, but didn't get to go to the tournament because they weren't eligible. They are eligible this year. So it's a little bit of like a vengeance for them to get to the NCAA tournament after they won this conference tournament last year, but weren't eligible. So I would lean Merrimack there. Charleston, we have a Charleston future on Charleston to win the conference tournament, and we are definitely going to hedge this today because this line is out of control. I was assuming this would be like a 5, 6, 7 point spread. It's ballooned up to like 10, which is crazy. That's like too high. I think Charleston wins the game, and I think the spread is too high. So I'll definitely be sprinkling Stony Brook money line to hedge the Charleston future, but I think Charleston will win this game and get to the NCAA tournament. Milwaukee, Oakland. I still something is just off to me about this Oakland team. So I would lean Milwaukee. Not playing anything here, but I'd lean Milwaukee if I was looking for a play there. Just I don't know. I'm still not sold on this Oakland team. They narrowly escaped Cleveland State yesterday. And I do think Milwaukee is a little bit better than Cleveland State. So I would lean Milwaukee in that one. Then we get to the later games. Don't have a ton of interest in some of these, like Iona, Manhattan, don't care. Montana State, Sacramento State, don't care. I like Montana late night against Idaho State. I think Montana is just one of the better teams there in that conference. And I would be fine with the spread, or if you want to pair them with someone on the money line, I do like Montana late night. But my favorite play of the day, it's not even close. Windmill this in Gonzaga over St. Mary's. I love this Gonzaga team. Been talking about them on this stream for 2 weeks. Ever since they beat Kentucky at Rupp a few weeks ago, they have just caught absolute fire. I love their players. Nemhard, obviously, who was on Creighton last year. They've got like 4 guys that can just take over a game. I really, really like this Gonzaga team. I think that they could make a run in the NCAA tournament. I'm probably going to bet them to go to like the Elite Eight and the Final Four when the bracket comes out. I could definitely see myself doing this. If you isolate Bart Torvik from February 1st until now, they're the 10th best team in the country per those metrics. St. Mary's is good too. And this is taking nothing away from St. Mary's. This is a good St. Mary's team. But Gonzaga, I love this team, and this is their tournament. They've won this tournament 10 out of the last 11 years. St. Mary's got a one-off win in like 2019 over them, but this is Mark Few's tournament. He owns it. Gonzaga owns it. They should be minus 250 in this spot, I think. They just beat St. Mary's. St. Mary's stole a win from them on the road earlier this season by 2 points. Then Gonzaga came back, smacked them around on their home floor. People want to keep fading this Gonzaga team, and I'm not sure why. People were betting San Fran plus 4.5 against them a few weeks ago. They destroyed them. People were betting San Fran plus 9.5 against them last night. They won by like 11 or 12, even though they were down early second half. This team can take over. I love this Gonzaga team. Take them on the money line. Take them on the spread. I'm going to have an article up later today, and Gonzaga minus 3.5 is going to be my bet in that. I really, really like the spot for Gonzaga. It's my favorite spot today. So that is my thoughts there. Let's pull up some more conference tournament stuff. We can just talk about it. And if anyone has any questions, go ahead and ask. Today, this will probably be a quicker stream today. Tomorrow is like a much bigger day in terms of games because today is the first round of a lot of this. So it's the bad teams. Tomorrow, we start getting some better teams playing. Big East tournament starts tomorrow. We get St. John's, Seton Hall. That game's going to be electric. So tomorrow should be a really good day. But let me pull FanDuel up here. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, Cincy and West Virginia is going on. I didn't know that game started yet. I don't think any lines are out for tomorrow yet. Just one actually. UCF won today, so UCF BYU at 12:30 tomorrow. Early look, I like BYU in this game for sure. I could see myself being on BYU tomorrow. But let me pull up this here. Big West. I thought more about the Big Ten, and I still think it's Ohio State, Iowa if I'm taking a long shot. Honestly, nothing changed there. Someone said you get Gonzaga is your favorite tonight. Yeah, it's not even close. Favorite play tonight, Gonzaga, not close. Like I said, Montana, I think they're going to win this conference tournament. They're minus 155, no shocker there. So you could pair, we could maybe pair Gonzaga and Montana tonight for like a late night little 2-piece. Let me see what that pays. Yeah, plus 123. Don't hate that. I might add that to my card later. We'll see how these early games go. But yeah, like I said, if you're in the Discord and you took the Charleston future with us a couple days ago, we're gonna have to hedge this at some point before this game starts. I mean, I think Stony Brook could cover this 9.5, but for a hedge, I mean, it makes most sense to take this plus 375, but I might play both. I do think Stony Brook probably covers this 9.5. It just seems like, I don't know, it seems like a big spread, but maybe I'm off on that. Boston, Dewan, you talking about the Celtics? Oh, there's an NBA play I might like tonight. I'm gonna pull this up. What's everyone's thought? If you're in the chat, who do you like between the Thunder and the Pacers tonight? Who do you like Thunder Pacers tonight if you're in the chat? One person said Thunder. Give me a couple more votes. 2 Thunder. I kind of like the Pacers in this game. Pete says OKC too. I kind of like the Pacers in this game. The Thunder are legit. This is not any slight against them. But I was looking at stuff earlier. I haven't bet a ton of NBA this year as much as I normally do because I've been able to full-time bet college basketball. But I thought the line movement was a little interesting. I mean, obviously OKC's super public here. The line's moving towards Indiana, but also the money line predictor on Bet Karma has been pretty reliable. And the number one play today, the money line predictor likes Indiana to win this game outright, and they're plus 200. So I might, it's not going to be like a big play. I might sprinkle Indiana just because of, I kind of liked it anyways. And then I looked at the money line predictor and I had Indiana as the number one play, which I thought's interesting. And I like the Clippers too today for like a money line piece. Maybe like you could do a Clippers. Let me see this. Clippers Gonzaga maybe. Plus 127. Or Clippers Montana's like minus 108. I don't hate that. NBA needs a Taylor Swift story. Doesn't have much full game this season. I like the NBA. Like I just college basketball is my favorite sport. So if I can full time bet them, I'm gonna do college basketball. I feel like I'm better at it. But honestly, I've had success like when I've bet on NBA this year. Like I should probably do it more because I've had more success betting NBA than college basketball this year. So I should have probably done it more, but we can do it more. I like to do it later season because I feel like personally, which obviously if anyone knows my background, it's with daily fantasy sports, but the edge is bigger when you get later season because you have to pay attention to the news of who's playing, who's not when these teams start resting guys and stuff. So I do like to bet it more late season, and then the playoffs are really fun to bet on. We made a lot of money last year with like Nuggets, different Nuggets bets in the playoffs, and then we hit a big one. I can't remember my big one in the finals. I think it was like Nuggets minus 1.5 games for the series, and it was like not a high payout at all. So I'll definitely be tapping more into the NBA streets as we head on here throughout the rest of the season. But I don't know. I'm really convicted about Gonzaga tonight. Maybe they'll make me look dumb, but at the end of the day, I trust Mark Few in this tournament, and I love how this team's been playing. It should be a good game, though. This is the best game of the day for sure, and it should be a close game. So, with that being said, like I said, quicker stream today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Big slate tomorrow. Tomorrow will be probably a longer stream. We're going to have more to talk about, better games to talk about. I'm going to bring some best bets with me tomorrow to the stream. And good luck tonight with all of your wagers. Hopefully Gonzaga wins if you're tailing me. And if you're fading me, then I guess, I would prefer I win the bet. But if people watching the stream are making money at the end of the day, I'm happy for you. So good luck with your bets tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock.